There was a lot of news this weekend coming out of Iraq. Prime Minister, Iraq is witnessing unprecedented economic development, and a stable political system. He is using very important keywords. Dr. Shabibi, former governor of the CBI and architect of the RV, had told us if they gave him a safe and stable Iraq, he would give them a higher revaluation or reinstatement. Iraq is the most stable country in the region and becoming a leader. Parliamentary Finance Committee praises al-Sudani. He has a real will to boost non-oil revenues. Let's start with this one from the WTO. Congratulations to 23 participants, Iraq being one of those, for completing WTO ascension training and market access negotiations on goods. This tells us Iraq is preparing for that ascension. I continue to hear out of Iraq that they hope for that announcement this week. The efforts are just absolutely, I think, phenomenal. We don't have a date and rate, but we can see Iraq is going to a market economy in the private sector. Question: what happened to the unpublished Gazette edition, possibly containing the 2024 budget? It's still in the top drawer and next to the blue box with the red bow tie on it that says HCL. I believe we are extremely close, Emo, to what we want to see. The difference between the exchange rate and the effective exchange rate is this: an exchange rate is a price at which one currency can be exchanged for another. It reflects the current market value of a currency in relation to another currency. The real effective exchange rate, on the other hand, is a more comprehensive measure that evaluates a country's currency relative to a basket of other major currencies adjusted for inflation. The RIA provides insights into a country's international competitiveness by considering how much goods and services cost in different countries. They have a real effective exchange rate already. It's being used. My gut feeling is screaming I'm going to finally get to call it quits before Halloween. I am so darn hopeful we are on the short and skinny side of this thing. Al-Sudani, all I aspire to is to serve the Iraqis. Quote, we are turning into a promising country that represents a cornerstone in the stability of the Middle East, he said, adding, Iraq and the United States are bound by the Strategic Framework Agreement in 2008, and we are working to activate it. He stressed that the Iraqi people are currently living in a state of hope and optimism. I truly believe one of their agendas in sustainable development is revaluing the Iraqi currency. Sudani stated many times, be careful Iraq, Iraq is stronger than the dollar. They're going to be, as hammered at home, somewhat of the savior of the global financial system. How are you going to do that at 1,310 when you never did it before? Obviously they're going to do something completely different. Question: what's the process of the new rate going live on Forex? The CBI, when they officially announce it to the world at the same moment those words are coming out of their mouth, then they push a button that sends the official rate all over the world, not just to currency exchanges but to banks, to reserves, to those that need the information. Now, remember, rates in the redemption centers will be the best rates, higher than the banks. And this is something that was orchestrated to give us the highest possible rate. It's true of the dong, and it's certainly true of the dinar as well. From all sources, this is the week we have been waiting for. Things are moving. The Parliamentary Security Committee confirmed, on Monday, that violating Iraqi airspace will not be a picnic, attributing this to the recent reinforcements. Of the Parliamentary Security Committee, MP Yasser Iskander said in an interview with Al-Maluma, the strategy to enhance the security of Iraqi airspace is proceeding with the implementation of its provisions, and there is remarkable progress in multiple paths that will contribute together to greater assurance in putting an end to violations of the airspace, whether by drones or aircraft. He added that violating Iraqi airspace will not be a walk in the park, and there are already specific measures taken to prevent any attempts at any external aggression, stressing that the preventive measures will ensure a higher ceiling of protection and to a higher degree than in previous years. He pointed out that the circumstances that the region is going through in general and its challenges will impose on Iraq more effective paths in ensuring airspace security because it constitutes an important path in strengthening the country's national security system in general. It is noteworthy that America has obstructed Baghdad's efforts for many years to enhance its capabilities in protecting the airspace by acquiring advanced air defense systems. The Prime Minister's advisor for financial affairs, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, stated that the 2024 budget, which entered into force, had a precautionary deficit of about 64 trillion dinars. Saleh said in a press statement that the average Iraqi oil sales for 2024 are estimated at no less than $75 per barrel, noting that the general financial need for bridge loans, which are short-term loans, to address the possibility of a deficit may not exceed 10 trillion dinars in all cases, which are borrowing amounts permitted under Law No. 13.